Let's light it up!
Time for a flash freeze!
Almost.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin de... Speed up!
Frozen descent! Freshness brittle. Now you're not going anywhere! Chill to the bone.
Don't blink! Hey! With sword comes shadow.
You're not going anywhere! Frozen food.
Ow! This is just my luck. Income!
Flash Frost! Clatter!
Almost.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Voltage set! Freshness preserved!
Let's end this quickly. Let's not waste time.
Adventure time!
Cut to the chase!
End this quickly.
Flash Frost!
No touching!
Off we go! Let's light it up!
Stay right there. Let's not waste time. I slipped up.
Now you're not going anywhere!
Born of ice and frost.
Time for a flash freeze!
This is it.
Frozen food.
Off we go!
It's no problem.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
The air is just right.
Children, come, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our head...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. When you traversed my old... That's... Fortunately, I... Oh, did my friends know? I will not go. The teapot that you entered previous.
So, in the...
Oh, but that's enough
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you. What's more, well, for starters, I require some shimmer sword. You would have to dig, but almost no, even more difficult. In any case, Smaragd. Goodness knows if that.
Well, since you're an Adeptus...
Yes, I suppose she.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his...
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident before finally defeating an ancient god together. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal... Oh, yes, here's my business card. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me...
All right, Yenfei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna ask the same...
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. He mentioned that they had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to start...
Well, my dad did say that. Anyway, let's not dwell. The chasm's been sealed off.
Is that so, Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book.
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me. He mentioned that he was considering, so I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem.
Wow, and best we be a little more...
Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job.
Well, yes, Miss Yanfei. Might I presume that you have an...
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about...
No, I'm not worried in the slightest. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or in return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragd...
Guaranteed genuine? With 10 times the value payable if this claim...
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Xiaochao lives?
Oh, of course.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossel. We'll be off now.
No touching!
We're way behind schedule. Forms are required.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you?
How do you do, Miss Xiaochao? We understand from Mr. Crossel that you recently My associates and I are very interested.
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened, I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even... I spent so much money on them. My family is in the ore business, too. But business... We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around. A big banquet is... That's what the hairpins were for. But now that I've lost the...
Why does Paimon...
Would you really?
Hold on.
Huh?
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true.
Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, and given the rarity of Smaragda...
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Chicho looks like she's a...
However, all of this is assuming that...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost. Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any...
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble. However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family... Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer.
Yes, legally. So hold on a moment.
What did my family had...
Smooth. No, it's nothing.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too. You lost them? Are you serious?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. It was in fact genuine Smaragdus...
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or...
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment.
Thank you very much. How could you...
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that...
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to... It's not convenient to speak here, so...
Miss Yanfei.
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hair...
What do you mean? Are you in...
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone... I don't know if Granny told you this, but if mere mortals come into contact with it... Mr. Chow, did you add any...
No, not at all.
Now that is strange. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus...
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he... And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations...
Well then, since you're so
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for... It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been anywhere commissioned but not bound by a
I understand. Then?
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the
I've had a read through. everything
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. Also, the idea of someone abused. But again, let's not dwell on this. Ha! I've got it! If Mr. Crossell had his
Born of ice and frost.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was real. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any left?
Why, yes. It was my first time in
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Try your luck betting on jade?
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, yes. It's not I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever...
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy.
Is that so? Well, we might... So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait!
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my... These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual... And, I'm sure, the
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on...
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold?
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus...
Yes, that's right.
Then I have no further questions.
Of course. But...
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please, this document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings...
Yes?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just a minor issue. Thank you, sir.
With this hard evidence to back us up...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so...
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of... But the amendments made by the Tianquan... As such, legal advisors like my...
So you help them make sense?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle, because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside... Oh, this has nothing to do...
Again, with that casual tone...
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singxi.
A toast to our success.
Next on the agenda, we're way behind schedule.
What are you staring at?
Next on the agenda...
What should I put in my letter?
Next on the agenda...
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in
Crossel? Yes, the design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite interesting. This order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found.
Miss Inksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more.
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using Mr. Crossel wasn't very... I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure. It isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue.
Why is everyone's first reaction?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
The weirdo with...
Because once we have...
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the Seven Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if some... Anyway, I'm sure you didn't... I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official...
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind...
No trouble at all. It's just a single dot. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if you're...
you need...
You're too kind.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like...
Take care now, everyone.
We're way behind schedule.
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossel.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation?
Yes. My investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yan?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossel, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pin. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly...
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine... If we want to determine whether the... If we want to determine... This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery. Oh.
Seriously? In any case...
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And...
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like...
Hard evidence. Something legally binding.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is...
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by this...
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hair...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as...
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will... Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of smaragdus jadeite?
I had no...
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item... I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the... Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell.
Huh? No.
Aren't actually... You do, Mr. Crossell.
Can't be seriously
But after receipt, I went... That's why I had another... I kept the real I was worried that someone would see through...
Exactly! If they weren't the real
I didn't... If word...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what...
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow,
20%? That's as much as I spent on that...
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to... Even if the smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins...
Ms. Chow...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of smaragdus jadeite...
What? But all right, then.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn the smaragdus...
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit...
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony.
Well, yes.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no...
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I could see from... If we could join...
Well, that's that. And we've got the smaragdus jadeite.
Exactly.
The right solution to... The objective of my client, Mr. an Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor...
Paimon can think of someone who would
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to...
Ah, you've returned. Good, good. Then we have all the materials.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting.
Oh, you. All right.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't... I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned. Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti, Yanfei, Liyue is... All right, then.
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
It is but a single tea. There we go. Hold it firm. Take these blueprints with you.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly...
Oh.
Please be mindful of your personal...
The flowers.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it! Still, why is it so... Oh, wait a second. What is that?
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed... Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping, you may leave all... Your journey may be far, though it is the adept. Thus, we teapot spirit, you may consider. Now, have you any? As long as you have a blueprint. Yes, these are the blueprints I'm just commit the. Then simply.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. He said this world is
a golden eye.
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not dwell. If there's.
Next on the agenda.
Yeah. Who's next? I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
We're way behind schedule.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
behind schedule.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the... Maybe you're...
Next on the agenda...
The one before you is known as Jade Seeker. Ah.
We're way behind schedule.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Maybe you're not... Maybe you...
Next on the agenda...
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Next on the agenda...
No time to lose.
Why do they never miss? Huh? Take cover! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Get out of here! Out of the way!
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule.
Another test subject. Try!
I can fix this!
That tingle?
Access denied.
Fry! That tingle? Fry!
We're way behind schedule.
That tingle? Fry! Fry! That tingle? Picked the wrong test subject.
Next on the agenda...
Have a load of this! Let's end this quickly! Let's move.
Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
Let's end this quickly! You can't run! Well, neither can I.
We're way behind schedule. For Rex Lapis!
Only just begun.
Born of ice and frost. Must press on.